Hello there. Morning, everybody. Uh, Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hi, June. You're the first to join us today. We are glad to see you. It's going to be a wonderful time together. Hi, Philip. Thanks for joining us today. I'm glad to see you. I'm ecstatic that I'm already seeing you guys already with us today. Please, I want you to call your friends, share the video, the broadcast with everybody that you know. I think today is going to be mind-blowing, impactful. We are still dealing with the men, talking to the men. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Michael, Ikechi, Emmanuel. Thank you for joining us today. God bless you. It's going to be wonderful time together. Hi, Temitokpe Aluko. Thank you for joining us. Please, as I said earlier, try and share to your friends, call your brothers, call your colleagues, call your neighbors, share the message to them all around. We're going to be talking about what kind of mindset we have before marriage. And today we are still dealing with the men. So, Kibade Ephraim, thank you for joining us. You are welcome. Hi, Sam Kieyune, thank you for joining us. Hi, Tamale. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Solomon Opio. Thank you for joining us. Islam Johiru Islam also has joined. Thank you for joining us. Masiko Emmanuel has also joined. Thank you for joining us. We are so glad to see you on the platform. Last week we were talking about the wrong mindset before marriage and versus the right mindset before marriage, and it was really something impactful. It was revealing, and thank you for all of you that joined us. Hi, Shatin, how are you? Good to see you. That's my student over there. Shatin, thank you for joining us. Please invite your friends. We are talking about having the right mindset before marriage. Osahon, thank you for joining us. God bless you. Good morning, Osahon. Keskin Samurai, thank you also for joining us. We are glad to see you. All right, today we just have 30 minutes and I have so many things to say. All right, but I will try as much as possible to go along, okay, to make sure that we learn something, and I try to put so many things together. Shatin, well, we will see. We will see. Okay. Anyways, yes. I want you to write your comments in the comment section. What you think about the last message, and what impact that has had on you. And also, I want you to have to also contribute to today's topic as well. Okay, so today we were talking about the kind of mindset we should have before marriage. The kind of mindset we should have before marriage. Now, this is a very important topic because many men, they do not prepare, they do not have the right mindset before marriage. They don't understand what marriage is all about. So, and that is really, really a sad thing, you know. I personally, when I was growing up, you know, I was not taught, you know, what it means, you know, to get married. I just saw people getting married, okay? And then as a Christian as well, you know, I had some of the biblical teachings, knowledge that I gained that, you know, impacted my life, that helped me to live, you know, a life that was full of morals and values, okay? But nevertheless, I did not understand the full weight of what it means, what kind of right mindset to have before marriage. So today, I'll be talking about, you know, the things that you need to know, what should be in your thinking, what should be in your mind before marriage. Okay, so please, if you are joining us, please join us and invite your friends, share to your friends, and I know that it's going to be a wonderful time together. All right, so this is not going to be an easy topic because it will take some time. So there are a few topics under the same topic. All right. For example, I list here about 6 points. All right. And each of them is a topic on its own. Today I'll be dwelling on just one of them. All right. What is the kind of mindset that we should have as men before marriage? Number one, we should have the kind of mindset that goes like this, that I am going to marry because I am prepared for marriage. I am going to marry because I am prepared for marriage. Now, that is the first one. The other ones are there. I will not talk about it now. In the next maybe in the next coming weeks, I'll be talking about these other points. But this one I want to concentrate on today. I am going to marry because I am prepared for marriage. How many of us are prepared for marriage? What does it mean to prepare for marriage? Preparation is the key to achieving success in everything. Preparation is the key to achieving success in everything. Now, preparation for marriage is not preparation for wedding, because they are two different things. Marriage is different from the wedding. The wedding is a one-day event, but marriage is totally different. Marriage is an institution. It is a school of life. Now, you as an individual will enroll in this school and take on a lifelong learning program. It's not something that you can learn for 1 or 2 weeks or 1 or 2 years. It is a lifelong learning program. Marriage is a learning field from the very beginning to the very end. Now, in this school, there will be a structure and a curriculum to follow. If you are not the one who is observant enough or can read between the lines, you will miss certain important information that is needed, you know, and when the time of tests come, you will fail abysmally. This is why it is said that marriage is not for kids, but for two adults who are experienced and who are willing to learn. So if you are thinking about marriage now, the first question I would ask you is this: are you an adult? That is, are you matured? Are you experienced? Because marriage is all about experience, having good experience, and are you willing continuously to learn and to adjust to a certain lifestyle? Now, if you are not ready, don't even bother thinking about marriage or getting married, or else you will be there to help. You'll be there, you will be in for a shock. Marriage will shock you. You will think marriage is beautiful, full of roses, romantic and things like that. But the real thing is that marriage will shock you, because marriage is not something that you can just handle without thinking carefully. In fact, if you're not prepared for marriage, you will weep every day of your life. You will be hurting, and you'll be hurting the wife that you will marry, because the right foundation, the right preparation is not made. All right. Now, quickly, why is preparation essential before marriage? Why is preparation essential before marriage? I'll give you quick points that makes you also understand that marriage is important. Number one, marriage is important because, preparation is important because it will give you the right tool sets you will need before living together as husband and a wife. Now, what are tools? Tools are what we use to fix broken parts of a device. For example, let's say let's say the tap is leaking, or the tap in the bathroom or in the kitchen is leaking. You want to fix it. You need tools. You need tools. If you don't have the right tools to fix it, you will either break it the more, or you destroy the whole thing. So preparation gives you the right tools that you need to use when you are in a marriage relationship. All right. Number two, preparation will prepare your mind for likely events to be encountered. There are some events that we as human beings, we cannot miss. Every marriage must encounter a particular kind of, occurrence. Now, when you prepare, you are actually, preparing your mind towards those events. You understand? So when the time, for example, there will be time of losses when you will lose somebody, for example, or you will lose a job, or you will lose something very important. How will you handle it? When trials and tests comes, how will you be able to handle it? As a couple. So preparation prepares your mind, towards those kind of future occurrences. All right. So let's see what people are saying here. Kumalo says, I am curious about the interpretation of preparation. Very good. Just hold on. I will give you the dose. I will give you the dose. Just follow me, Kumalo. And everybody, please just follow me. But first, I need to give you all the reasons why you must prepare. Okay? Now, the next point is this. Preparation will flex your endurance muscle. You understand? Endurance. So what it means to endure? Okay, patience, endurance. Endurance means to allow something. To be. It means that you are there. Something is not palatable to you, but you accept it. You allow it to, you are there to ensure that, to give your full support to whosoever that you are dealing with. Endurance, all right? So maybe maybe your wife is not behaving very well, all right? You cannot just say, okay, because she's not behaving very well, then you divorce her. No. Endurance means that you try to make sure that she comes to an understanding. She changes her behavior, and that can take a while. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. All right. So now preparation flexes your endurance muscle because you will be pushed by your wife at some particular point in time. Women are emotional. Men are supposed to be, to bear burdens. Now, if you don't have patience, if you are not able to endure, you will lose it. That's why preparation, is essential. Preparation helps us to understand partly the nature of women. When you prepare before marriage, it helps you to understand the nature of women. But the truth of the matter is this. It is in marriage that you will actually learn the kind of woman that your wife really is. All right? Okay, the next point is this. Preparation will buy you precious time and save you from unnecessary stress, unnecessary fears, especially fear of divorce or fear of failure. All right? Okay? Preparation can save you from having a divorce later. Yes, preparation can do this if you go by it the right way. The next point, the last one I want to give here before I talk about preparation itself is this. Preparation will guarantee you success, especially when you put to practice what you have learned. Preparation will guarantee you success, especially when you put to practice what you have learned. Now, many people say that they are preparing for marriage, but in the real sense, they are not. They are just getting ready to be wedded. They only think, well, maybe once I can feed this woman, I can put her in a good house, I can buy her good clothes, I can, make sure that things are well for her, that everything will be well. I am sorry. If this has been your mentality, please start thinking differently. Please start thinking differently. Marriage is far beyond this kind of thinking. All right. Now, I'm going to give us a different kind of preparation we need to have. Okay. The different kinds of preparation we need to have. Let's see a few of our comments here. June says, I think one thing we need to prepare is the fact that marriage is not rosy throughout. Probably during courtship, Try to seek each other's perspective on unforeseen challenges such as childlessness, loss of jobs, having children with disability. Yes, 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 yes. Thumbs up, June. You have said it in a very, very good way. I love this. All right. Now, please, marriage is something that we really, really need to prepare for. It is not just like an exam. If you want to write an exam, for example, you prepare hard for it. And when you go for the exam, that's all. No, it is not a one-time thing. It's a continuous thing. It's a continuous thing. Now, quickly, let's look at the different kinds of preparation that we should have. Some of them you are familiar with. Some of them you may not know that you need to pay attention to those kind of preparation, but I'll mention them. Now, the first one is spiritual preparation. The second one is physical preparation. The third one is financial preparation. The fourth one is psychological preparation. Now, these 4 areas are areas that you need to work on. Now, I will break them down bit by bit so that we can have a full understanding of what we are talking about. Now, the first one is spiritual preparation. Many of us may have been taught, by different preachers, or may have read some books, or maybe they may have advised you to pray very well before you marry, even before you choose a wife. All right? But you see, spiritual preparation is far beyond that. I don't have enough time to talk about this matter because I know that you can find many resources based on spiritual preparation. But nevertheless, I will mention a few points that will help you. Number one, when it comes to spiritual preparation, we are talking about you connecting with your source based on your future. You connecting with your source based on your future. Now, when I talk about source, I mean where you come from, who made you, who is your creator. You must have a real, genuine relationship with God to be successful as a Christian in marriage. For those who are not yet Christians, I want to encourage you to have a real relationship with God. God is real. God is practical. God is love. God is everywhere. God is your Father. He is your maker. You need to have a relationship with God. Why? He is the one who made you. He is the one who designed your life. He is the one who knows what you are meant to do on the earth. Now, your wife, the one that you will marry, is supposed to be your companion, who you will share and you spend the rest of your life with. Now, that means it is a serious matter. It means it is something that you must take very seriously. Now, first, you must have a relationship, a good relationship with God, because God is the best friend that you can have when everybody turns away from you. When even your wife turns away from you, it is only God that can stand with you. The next point about spiritual preparation is that you need to build your relationship with God. How? By fellowshipping with God, in prayer, in the study of the Word of God, in trying to know God, who God is. There are several materials out there that you can lay your hands on that seasoned ministers of God have prepared, about knowing God. Go for it, search for it, find them, read those books, read the Bible, talk to God in prayer, practice the things that God has said that is important for you. And when you do this, you are actually building a relationship with God. Now, the next point is this. When you build a relationship with God, the way you can really know God is by walking with Him in full obedience. By walking with Him in full obedience. Now, when you are doing all these things, you are already laying a good foundation. You are laying a good, unshakable foundation. Now, the last point about spiritual preparation is this. Now, when you begin to know God, fellowship with people who also know God. And if the people around you are not willing to know God, encourage them. Encourage them to know God. Draw them nearer to God. Talk to them about God. All right? And when you are doing this, you're already creating an ambience, an atmosphere where God can lead you, God can guide you, God can teach you, God can direct you. All right? When you are doing that, you are doing a spiritual preparation. Now, the next point, the next area is physical preparation. You may be wondering, what do you mean? What do you mean by physical preparation? What is it to prepare for physically? Now, well, there are so many things that you can prepare for. Why? You see, a woman does not want to marry a weak man. Any woman does not want to marry a slow, sluggish, unreasonable man. A man that lacks self-control. No. Every woman wants her husband to be her hero. I take it again. Every woman wants her husband to be her hero. They want husband and see their husband in the midst of people and be proud. That is how every woman thinks. So if today, for example, you are sick and you are thinking of marriage, look, go and see a doctor and get medication and get healed. You must be strong to be a husband. Are you skinny? As in, are you I was once very skinny, and my pastor was was telling me then, Sam, you must do something. You must eat. Are you skinny? Add some muscles to your bones. Go to the gym, work out, go jogging, build strength in you. Women want to see their husband strong. That's part of physical preparation. The next point is this. What is your disposition to socials? Are you somebody who is very shy? You don't like to go out. Women want to be, some women actually like to be at home. Yes, we know that. But not all the time. In fact, your marriage will be boring if both of you are at home 24/7. So you must be somebody who knows how to strike a balance. You're outgoing, and at the same time, you know when to sit at home. You know when to walk with friends. You know how to take your wife out, for dinner or just for a walk. All right? You must know how to do this kind of things. Now, these are just primary things. There are so many other things like this. What is, how are you developing yourself? What is your self-development strategy? What is your self-development strategy? Do you have a strategy at which you develop yourself? Because your wife or the woman you want to marry would want to depend on you on so many things: knowledge, wisdom, experience, exposure, technical know-how. If you have something to do now and you say, well, I don't know, the wife will be wondering, what do you mean you don't know? She will keep quiet. If something else comes up and you say, my husband, how do we handle this matter? I don't have experience in this thing. If you are doing this kind of thing, your wife will become very insecure. Your wife will become very insecure. So from now, think about how to develop yourself. Develop yourself by reading books in different areas. Be a well-rounded person. Know at least something about everything. Know at least something about everything. This way, she'll be proud. This way, she will feel secure. The next point is this. What is your restraint capacity? Your self-restraint capacity. What do I mean by self-restraint? So you see, to restrain means to withhold. Okay? To withhold. There will be times when you will be moved or pushed to do something. Wisdom demands that you know when to keep quiet as a man. Silence is golden. Are you somebody who knows how to keep quiet when somebody is pushing you to anger? You must know how to have self-restraint. If you speak all the time, your marriage can fall into a disaster. But if you know when to keep quiet or how to keep quiet, even your woman will think that, am I crazy? This man is keeping quiet. That means he's keeping quiet for a reason. She will also learn, even when she's angry, to keep quiet. She will emulate you. All right. The next point is this. What is your response tactics? What is your response tactics? Sometimes you may need to speak out in an issue or based on a situation. How do you respond? Do you respond with emotions? Do you respond with anger? Do you respond with annoyance? If you are somebody that does not know how to control your emotions, it is a big problem. You, as a man, you must know how to respond, to certain situations. You must know when to keep quiet and when to speak out. Right? Our time is going fast, but please give me a few more minutes and I'll give you all these points. And I want us to finish this part. Okay? We're still talking about the physical preparation. Now, the next point is this. Have you built skills for living independently? Are you an independent person or are you still a mommy's boy? Are you somebody that when you have problems, you quickly think about your friend? You think about your father. You think about your neighbor. I have this problem, please come and help me. If you are thinking about marriage, you must start thinking of living independently. Even when you have problems, you must sit down and think, what can I do to solve this problem? The reason why you have a brain is for thinking. So you must be able to live independently. That is what makes you a man. Next point, what is your ability to solve problems? What is your ability to solve problems? Do you have enough ability to solve problems? Or when problem comes, you run away, you are shaken, you begin to cry. No, 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 no. We must learn how to solve problems. Okay? All right. Now, quickly, let's look at the last one based on physical preparation. Now, all these are questions that you must be ready to answer when you are preparing physically for marriage. Check yourself. Check your strengths. Check your weaknesses. Turn your weaknesses into strengths. This is how to prepare physically. The next area is financial preparation. Finance is very, very important when the thought of marriage comes to our mind. Marriage is about dependency as well as support. Dependency and support. So you depend on your wife for some things, and also you give her support as well. Finance is one of the things that you must be ready at all costs to make sure that your family or your marriage does not lack. If you have not found different sources for income generation, don't even think about marriage. Money is needed for daily living and to secure the future needs of your family too. The question I want to ask you now here is, what is your source of income? Do you just have just one source of income? Please make sure that you have multiple sources of income. Why? In case something happens to that one, you are well protected. The other one can help out to support the family. Second, you must understand, even when it comes to finances, what is money? What is money? And what is money used for? Money is not an end by itself. It is just a tool. Money is a messenger. Money is a tool. Money should not become our Lord. We should not pursue after money. Rather, we should build different areas or work on different investments that we can exchange for money. Money is a legal tender. It is a means of exchange. All right? So you must know what to give out to get money back. All right? And when you get money back, you must know how to send your money on errands so that it can give you much more money back. Now, if you want to know more about money, Dr. Sunday Adelaja has written several books on money and investment. Please go on Amazon and write Sunday Adelaja books. You will see different kinds of books, and some of them are on money. Please endeavor to buy and to read them. If you're on Amazon Prime, you can read them also for free. So that's about finances. Now, the last one is psychological preparation. We have talked about spiritual preparation. We have talked about um, um, physical preparation. We have talked about financial preparation. Now we will be talking uh, about psychological preparation. What do I mean by psychological preparation? You see, when you are single, you are totally on your own. You are different. You have a say over everything about your life. But when you get married, it is a different ball game. This is why you need to prepare psychologically. Some things will be running in your mind, and if you are not prepared for them mentally, psychologically, it will affect you on the long run. You need to prepare to adjust your mind to accommodate or live with somebody that you cannot hide anything from. You may be hiding things from people before, but when you think about marriage, the wife that you want to get married to, everything will be exposed. Your secrets will be exposed. All right? This is why you need to prepare psychologically for marriage. Now, what does this imply? Quite a lot of things. I'll quickly mention them because of our time. Number one, if you are thinking about marriage, think of times when you will not be able to make quick decisions on your own because you need to consult your wife over certain matters. For example, you want to travel abroad. You don't think twice. You just go and get visa and you just go. But this time, you want to travel. You have to think about your family. Think about your wife. Talk to your wife about it. If she doesn't agree and you go, oh. So this is something that you need to think about. It's a psychological processing in your mind. If you're thinking about marriage, think of times of having to share the same room or the same bed with a woman. You think it's pleasurable, right? But it will deny you of privacy, of freedom. Think of it. Before, you can roll on the bed anyhow you want. You can sleep anyhow you want. But now, think of time when you have to share your bed with a woman. And more especially, if you have been celibate all your life. If you have been exercising chastity for the most part of your life, it will be strange for you. You wake up in the morning, your wife is there. You go back to bed, your wife is there. If you sleep anyhow, she will push you anyhow. Really, it's a thing you have to think about. Psychological preparation. If you are thinking about marriage, you must be prepared to change your character. You must be prepared to change your habits, your attitude towards certain things because of your wife. Not because of anybody else. Your wife, because of your wife. Your wife may not condone some things in your attitude. You must learn or be prepared to change if you are thinking about marriage. Now, most women are pretentious. It is in marriage that you will see their true color. So also be prepared for marriage shock. Everybody experiences it. I have experienced it. I am still experiencing it. Everybody experiences it. Be prepared for marriage shock. The next point is this. Now, some of the experiences of shock, marriage shock, you will experience them early in your marriage. Some of them you will experience them later in your marriage. Usually when people get married, between 2 or 3 months, it's all rosy. It is usually, not all, usually rosy, romantic. You're going around, hey, my wife, hey, you are kissing each other, hey, you are hugging each other, and things like that. For the first 2 or 3 months. When it begins to get to 4 or 6 months, you'll be having serious quarrels because of what? Individual differences. You must be prepared psychologically for this time and this period. Next 2 points I want to mention here before we give our action point for today are this. Number 1, the next point is this. You must learn how to, you must be prepared psychologically, to solve differences amicably. There are sometimes you will have serious quarrels that if you don't know how to, if you're not prepared to solve it amicably, it can even lead to a collapse of the marriage. And God save you. If you marry a stubborn woman, hey, you must learn to be patient with her. When she goes wrong, with wisdom, try to correct her. And be prepared, even before she makes that mistake or she makes that error, be prepared to forgive her and let it go. That is the kind of mentality, psychological preparation you must have, that whatever my wife does, I will learn to forgive her and let it go. It's a psychological preparation. This is a way that that you must. This is the kind of mindset you must have. Finally, even as a man, you must also learn to accept it when the woman that you marry corrects you, even in the way that you don't like. She may talk to you anyhow. She may abuse you. She may do whatever kind of things, If you accept it, it is a sign that you are a man. It is a sign that you are matured. All right? Now, these are the 4 areas I want to talk about when it comes to preparation. Preparation is something that we must do consciously. All right? So, this leads us to the end of today's broadcast. All right? Let's see what our friends are sharing. Okay? Let's see if I can see them. Let's see if I can see some of the things that our friends are sharing. Hello, Paul. Thanks for joining us as well. I'm trying to look for. Okay. Let's see if I can see the comments. Okay, let's not. I'm trying to see what we are writing, but my device is not giving me the opportunity to do so. All right, I will look at the comments. I will write back my own comments back. All right, my wife also will write her comments too as well. But nevertheless, today we have talked about I am going to marry because I am prepared for marriage. We must come to that point before we decide to marry, that we are prepared. That we are prepared. Please do not rush into a marriage. Please take time and prepare. Now that you are still single, please prepare. Preparation. There's this saying I learned when I was young. If you do not prepare to succeed, you are already preparing to fail. If you do not prepare to succeed, you are already preparing to fail. So that is our action point. That is our action point. Please prepare, because if you do not prepare to succeed, you are already preparing to fail. Next week, by God's grace, Esther will be here, my wife, and she will be having this broadcast with another guest. Still talking about the right mindset before marriage. Okay, but in a fortnight, I will be back. And I'll be giving you another kind of mindset that we should have. So if you know that this broadcast has blessed you, please write your comments, share with your friends, your neighbors, and God bless you. Thank you for joining us, everybody. I love you. We love you. We want to see more of you. And we want to see us grow together in knowledge and in God. Thank you very much. God bless. Bye for now.